let's talk through the accessories that come with this machine. First off, your needle package has a variety of needles in it. Universal needles of small, medium, and large for different weights of fabric, one jeans needle, and one stretch needles. We have on our website a whole section on just needles. Well, we'll describe the use of these needles as well as tons of other ones that are more specific for certain fabrics. My stretch needle here is one that I call a 911 needle. That is awesome that they include this with this machine because it will help go through sticky fabrics, fabrics that have lycra in them, elastic, that type of thing. So nice to have always one at your fingertips. You have a seam guide. A seam guide is great. So when you want to follow one of these lines, you actually go right underneath. There's a place right under here that you will see. You force it in and push it in. But what's nice is it will guide your fabric and keep it nicely even all the way down. So you don't have to mark your machine with tape. If you needed a bigger hem on something, all you have to do is set it here and then run that right on through, easily watching over here on the edge. So seam guides are included. The feet that are included with this machine is a blind hem foot, a satin stitch foot, a zipper foot, and a buttonhole foot. And we'll do videos on each of these so you can actually know how to use them and other uses that you can use these feet for. We've already talked about spool caps when you are back threading your machine. We have a large one and then a small one's on our machine right now. The other spool pin, spool pin that will help for when you're doing stacked thread or need a second spool on, like for twin needle work. A seam ripper and brush. We're going to talk about how to clean the machines too. You want to make sure that you clean and oil your machine every 3 to 5 bobbins. Yes, I said 3 to 5 bobbins. It will make your machine last so much longer and it will act so much nicer. You take this apart though, you do have a seam ripper. Pop it back in at the end of the brush and that will be for a nice handle as you use it. We also have a screwdriver. This is a smaller screwdriver, but you know, I want the smaller ones for these machines because when we show you how to clean and oil these machines, we're going to use this to loosen those screws on the throat plate so we can get underneath there. That's where all the lint from your fabric and thread will gather, and you definitely want to make sure that you're using the brush and cleaning all that area out. Especially linty fabrics like flannels and fleeces, the new Minky and Cuddle fabrics. Oh, they are so linty. Take some time to clean your machine. If you haven't done it for a while, it's time to do that. And then also a little felt pad. Sometimes people will put that on there, and then that way the spool doesn't spin as fast as you're sewing so fast. The last thing here is a tool. I'm going to actually open this up here. This is for free motion quilting or for doing any darning work. This is to cover up the feed dogs. Has little nubs on the back. Those are actually going to go in those holes. You know, little holes in sewing machines. Some people used to think that those were oil holes. Back in the day, I think they were. But those are not oil holes, but it is for things like this here where we can cover up the feed dogs and have the ability to put on, say, a darning foot and do free motion quilting, or once again, just doing free motion darning. So that's what that is for. But keep it handy. It's always nice. You never know when you're supposed to use that, and directions will always call for when you lower the feed dogs. This is what you're going to use instead.